Next game, we're hosting the Raiders. I see that as another L with Geno Smith in that running game. Pete Carroll. It's going to be a tough game, but I think we lose that one too. And then
Week 5, looks like the Colts are favored by 7.5, which I like it. I was kind of waiting to do this to see if Brock Bowers was going to be playing because he's the only real threat in the passing game, and he is out. So our linebackers that are weak in pass coverage won't get exposed today. But the Raiders still do have Ashton Genty, who is coming on a little bit. Like, he's playing a lot better, or at least the offensive line is playing better. Or at least they played better last week. I don't think they're that good. I think as long as we have a lead early, we can kind of take Ashton Genty out of the game and not have to worry about him. And I think this will be I don't want to say an easy win because there's no easy wins in the NFL, but I feel like by the third quarter, this game will be well in hand. And this is one of those wins that we need to have. It's an AFC game. It's a home game. It's against a bad team, so we should be 4-1 at the end of the day. The best way to find out if your team is for real or legit is how they play against the bad teams in the NFL. The Raiders are a bad team. Blow them out. Legit. You guys don't have to believe me about this team. This team is for real. Like, this is a legit, not only playoff contender, but possible Super Bowl contender. I'm not going to say it too loud, but possible Super Bowl contender. Now, this isn't a perfect team. This team does have weaknesses, but the things that we excel at are things that can take us a very, very long way. I may not know fantasy football, but I know actual ball, like real life football. And don't think I forgot all the off-season conversations about who the best running back in the NFL was. Oh, is it Bijan Robinson? Is it the guy from Detroit? Is it Derrick Henry? It's Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's the best running back in the league, and he's showing it. So put some respect on his name.
Here, Indiana move. We from Indiana move. We from Indiana move. I'm an Indiana move.
Touchdown! I-N-D-Y! And he lost the ball. There's a fumble. Who's got it? The officials say the Colts do.
Right seat win, baby!
Drops it way downfield. Intercepted. Coming forward and making the INT for the Colts in the back end. To see the Colts win Super Bowl.
Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win!
Welcome back to the channel. This is Marcus Sniffles, and we're here to talk about the Colts' dominant win over the Raiders, 40-6. Before we get to that, make sure you guys like the video, drop a comment on how you felt about the game, and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 900 followers before the end of the season. If we could reach that goal, I would be very appreciative of that. Hit the subscribe button if you're here watching these videos every Monday at 7 in the morning. I'd really appreciate it. Although this was a dominant game, I'm not going to lie. At the very beginning, I was a little bit nervous. Like, the offense went 3 and out. The Raiders kind of drove down the field with no real resistance until they got to the red zone and ended up kicking a field goal. But after that, the offense woke up, the defense woke up, and we scored nonstop and stopped them for the rest of the game. Now, I'll say this about the Raiders. Like, there's not a lot of positives on their end. Obviously, when you only score 6 points and give up 40, hard to have any kinds of positives. But Ashton Genty, he looks good. I just don't think he's on a good team. I don't think they have a good offensive line. Geno Smith appears to be terrible now, and Ashton Genty might be their only worthwhile player, especially with Brock Bowers being out. And speaking of Brock Bowers, it was a blessing that he did not play today because, Jesus, our linebackers cannot cover anybody. It's like, here's my thing. When you win in dominant fashion, it's easy to ignore certain things. But if we would have lost, say we would have lost this game, a lot of people would be talking about, like, oh, our linebackers aren't good in coverage. No, they can't cover anybody. They're always getting lost. They're too slow. They're in the wrong position, whatever. But in a win, people tend to ignore some of the negative things. And you can't ignore bad process or bad play just because you won a game. And our linebackers in coverage, that needs to get better, or it is going to be exploited. There are Good teams with good tight ends that are watching this Colts defense and understand that that is our weakness and they are going to exploit that. And with today being the day that Darius Leonard retired, it was more glaring to see how much we lack a playmaker in the linebacker position. Like Darius Leonard was always good for a big interception, a big sack, always getting a forced fumble with punching at the ball, a big tackle, something to get the defense hype. But we don't have that at linebacker now. We have playmakers on the defensive line with Latu and Buck. We have playmakers in the secondary with Cam and Javarius Ward. But at linebacker, we're just lacking a playmaker, not someone that's like Zaire Franklin is a reliable linebacker. He fills his run gaps. He's okay in pass coverage, decent as a pass rusher, blitzer, all that stuff. Leader on and off the field, but he's not really a playmaker in the way that Darius Leonard was, and that needs to be addressed at some point. So let's talk about the defense real quick. Jonathan Edwards, Chris Lamons, Blackman, immediate upgrades over Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard retired last week after Puka Nakua put him in hell. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go home and be a family man. And thank the Lord. Respectfully to Xavier Howard, but that man, he didn't have it. And to see Jonathan Edwards and Chris Lamons and Blackman go out there and immediately improve the secondary and make plays out there, it was great to see. Like, obviously, Blackman, this is the second week in a row where he's fallen on the ground and given up a big play. But it was nice for him to kind of recover from that and get an interception later in the game. So I'm very happy for Mekhi Blackman. Hopefully he gets his confidence up. The same with Chris Lamons, the same with Jonathan Edwards. Hopefully Mike Hilton will be healthy next week. He got injured today. This is kind of what we talked about last year when it came to our secondary, when, it was Jalen Jones was cornerback one. And it was like, all right, Jalen Jones got a lot of play time last year. But if you get another cornerback that's better than him and he moves down to your second cornerback, now your cornerback room has improved. Now your secondary is better. And that has been the case so far. We got Javarius Ward, who is clearly a number one. They only threw at him maybe twice, and he didn't give up any catches except for in garbage time. But if you have Javarius Ward as your number one corner, and then say Jalen Jones gets healthy within the next few weeks, and he's your number two corner, and now you have someone like Chris Lamons and Jonathan Edwards and Mekhi Blackman who have gotten play time, who've gotten experience, who have gotten better by getting more reps. You have those guys as your 3 and 4th cornerbacks, along with Kenny Moore. Now you're looking at this defense like, okay, where's the weakness outside of linebackers and pass coverage, but where's the weakness in the secondary? Because Cam Bynum is making plays. Nick Cross is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's making all the tackles. He's erasing other people's mistakes. He's in the backfield. He's in the secondary. He's just making plays all over the place. But once Jalen Jones is healthy, once Kenny Moore is healthy, we have Javarius Ward, Kenny Moore, Jalen Jones, and then the combination of Jonathan Edwards, Lamons, and Blackman. That's a really, really good secondary because they're not throwing at Javarius Ward. And these other cornerbacks, they're going to get a lot of opportunities to make plays on the ball because they're going to get thrown at a lot because they're not throwing at Ward. And let's give credit to the defensive line. Grover Stewart put on a clinic today, tipping balls, making plays in the backfield against the run game. The same with DeForest Buckner. Latu, once again, not really. His production isn't showing up in terms of sack numbers, but he got an interception today, which is kind of insane because he has more interceptions than sacks. He has the same amount of interceptions as Cam Bynum. So, I'm not going to sit here and complain about Latu's play. Like, he's been playing great. He just hasn't been able to close in on them sacks. He's always a split second late, but he's been playing well this year. And every game this year, we have forced a turnover. We had 2 turnovers today, had 4 sacks. This defense with Lou Anarumo on the headset, it's just a totally different scheme. It looks like a totally different team. We've only added a few different players, but it's amazing how different your defense can look if you just put people in the right positions to make plays.
You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat. Not a threat, a warning. But it could be a threat. Just do it.
Now we can talk about the offense. Offense pretty much had a pretty flawless game. No turnovers, no sacks allowed. Tyler Warren got his first touchdown reception this year. It's about time to have a conversation about him being an all-pro this year. Not a Pro Bowler, not just a Rookie of the Year, but an all-pro. He might be the best tight end in the league. Daniel Jones found his connection with Josh Downs. I don't know how I feel about it taking this long for Josh Downs to finally get into the game plan as much. Like, he got a lot of targets on third down, and those are automatic. They're automatic. Josh Downs is on third down. Shout out to Ashton Dulin, who had an opportunity to play and made the most of it. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown that got called back, but he was making plays in the passing game, making plays as a blocker, as always. And he had an opportunity with Alec Pierce being out and A.D. Mitchell being benched, and he made a lot of plays today, so I'm happy for him. One of the best plays when properly executed and blocked well is Quentin Nelson pulling to the outside with Jonathan Taylor running behind him. In my opinion, that play is unstoppable. Like, you can't... Q is going to get the block. He's going to make a block, and he's going to make someone pay. Jonathan Taylor, pretty soon we're going to have a conversation about him being the best running back in the league. He didn't have a big explosive game today, but that was fine because we were blowing the Raiders out. Jonathan Taylor is playing an A-plus level this year. The offensive line, when it comes to run blocking, especially Quentin Nelson on those pulling plays, just dominating. Now, I am a little bit concerned about the special teams. Even though we had a blocked punt and we did have a kickoff return for a touchdown that got called back, we need to monitor what happens with Spencer Schrader. Like, he got hurt on one of the extra points. If he's going to be gone for an extended period of time, that could be a problem because he has been our most consistent kicker since Adam Vinatieri. And with him being down, hopefully he's good to go next week. But yeah, that's something we got to monitor, see if they bring someone else in or if he's good to go next week. Now, a lot of people are still not sold on this Colts team. And the reason why I am sold on them, obviously I'm a Colts fan, but I am realistic. And based on what we've done this season, I can tell you that the Colts are for real based on what they're doing against the bad teams. Like, if you're a good to great team, when you're playing a clearly bad team, I thought the Raiders would be better this year, but they have shown that they're not a good team. Good to great teams blow out the bad teams. They don't play down to their level. They don't play down to the competition of bad teams. We played the Dolphins, who are clearly a bad team, blew them out. We played the Titans, who are probably going to have the number 1 overall pick this year, again, blew them out. We played the Raiders, clearly another bad team, blew them out as well. We played close against the Broncos, who are supposed to be a good team. We beat them, but it was close. Same thing with the Rams. Played them close, lost by 7. That is a sign of a legit good team. You play well against the good to great teams, and you blow out the bad teams. And that is what we've done all year long. So this was a pretty, I hate saying it was an easy win, but this was a dominant win in all phases of the game. Just an all-around, top to bottom, dominant win. Right now, we are currently atop the AFC South. As long as the Colts continue to do what they're doing, there's no reason why this team cannot make it to the playoffs. Daniel Jones is for real. Jonathan Taylor's the best running back in the league. Tyler Warren might be the best tight end in the league. Our defense is only going to get better and healthier throughout the year, and we have the coaching staff to do it. So let's see what happens. Let's see how far this team can go. I had this team making the playoffs this year. Maybe I should set my expectations a little bit higher. Maybe we get the 1 seed. That's not out the window. It's not out of the window. All we have to do is just keep beating the bad teams that are in front of us and try to go 500 against the good to great teams this year. But let me know how you guys feel about this team. Do we have the best tight end running back combo in the league? Are we going to win the AFC South? Is the number 1 seed an option for us? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button every Monday at 7 in the morning. We're here talking Colts. We're trying to get to 900 subscribers by the end of the season, so hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw. Drop a like, drop a comment. See you guys next week. Go Colts.
Thanks for watching, babe. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat. Not a threat, a warning. But it could be a threat. Just do it.